Hello, today I'm going to review three books that I borrowed from my local library on crochet. Okay, so this is the first book, Edward's Crochet Doll Emporium. I'm really excited about this one the most because it allows you to have so many different costumes with one base doll, which was what I'm interested in. And I also borrowed this book. It is mostly for cardigans and tops and sweaters and 200 fun things to crochet, which they look fun. We'll see. Before I start reviewing the books, I would just like to give a disclaimer. I have not actually tried any of the patterns in the books. Yeah, I've been really busy for the last 2 months and I did not have any time. 2 months is the maximum that my library gives to borrow any books. I'm just going to be reviewing the books and the patterns and what's inside and why I picked them up rather than the actual patterns, the instructions. So just take note of that when you watch this. The first book that we're gonna go with is 200 Fun Things to Crochet. The reason why I got this book is because I thought that it had a lot of interesting things. So I'm interested in flowers, but I didn't really think that the flowers were that nice. But it had lots of interesting flowers and even leaves. And then it had just random vegetables, fungus, and this is what is interesting. It has bugs, which is not really something that you see in a typical crochet book these days or tutorials. So that's what really drew me to this book. There's even sea life, not your typical cutesy kind of octopus, but like quite realistic sort of sea animals. It does have an octopus, but it's not the cutesy kind. And I like that it has this fish with a light on it. That's why I got this book because it had so interesting patterns. And at the back, for the rest, I didn't count, but quite a few granny square patterns, which I think probably takes up quite a few of the 200 count. Now, I said I didn't try any of the patterns, but that's not 100% true because I did try one of the patterns, which was the corn pattern. And I'll just try to look it up for you real quick. The thing about it is that I've done a few amigurumi vegetables, tomato, eggplant, carrots. And the thing about those is that you just crochet the sort of shell and you stuff the rest. But with this corn, I was halfway through it and suddenly I was doing the actual corn part and I felt like it was trying to make me do a loop thing and create the corn entirely out of yarn, so no stuffing. And I was like, I don't have time for that. So I dropped the project and moved on. So there's that. That's that book. And the next book is this book. It has 26 shapes for cardigans, tops, and sweaters. You know, quite a good array. Yeah, there you go. Yes. The reason why I got this book is because of this cardigan, particularly the back panel. See how it's really like long and wide and empty, and it's perfect to put any picture if you were to make a graph gun. And that was my idea because on YouTube, where I usually watch my tutorials, I could find cardigans. You can find cardigans. It's just that none of them really had this like really flat back piece, which I wanted to do a graph gun. because what I want to do is really the graph gun, but I don't want another blanket. So I thought that I would turn it into a wearable. But unfortunately, I also have a very short um, attention span, I guess, these days. Thanks, social media. But basically, it's a lot faster just to read the pattern on the book rather than to watch an entire 2 hour long video. So that's my idea. Obviously, I have not gotten to it. It's gonna take, I have a lot of projects before I get to that. So it's gonna take some time. And when I do start it, it's also going to take some time. But I was inspired by this crocheter on YouTube who made a haku sort of pillowcase. Yeah. So using graph gun. So I was like, I don't have a pillow that big and I don't want to have a pillow that big. So I'm gonna try to make it into a cardigan. We'll see. Maybe I'll just end up doing a graph gun at the end of the day. Who knows? And the last book is my favorite, which is this. Now, why it's my favorite is because I'm interested in creating amigurumi dolls. And doll pattern wise, I like the body, the head, I got it, but it's the clothes. So a lot of the tutorials online, they only have clothes for that certain doll. So my idea was to get this book to learn how to make the basic shape and then of course just adapt it for whatever doll base I have. Obviously, this book will teach you how to make this particular doll base. Oh, wow, it flipped for me. Yeah. So it's so cool because you can flip and then mix and match, but each clothes has a particular head that should go with it, but you could possibly mix and match like that. See? So it's really, really good to make as toys for kids because they want to play dress up. Yeah, that's it. See, actually, the head is supposed to go with this. It's really cool. Really, really cool. Talk about skin tones. Real cool. And they have so many headwear accessories. Very versatile, I would say. And that's what really drew me to it. I'm so sad that I have to return it soon. So this is the page where they talk about how you can make a doll that looks like your friends and family. Here is a bunch of the dolls that you'll be able to make. They also give you variations. Actually, they did give the pattern for this dress in yellow, but of course you can make it white to turn it into a wedding dress. See? So versatile. So I really think this book is really, really cool. I wish I could find it myself, but I don't know. I don't know. It's from the UK, I think. That's what the thing says. So that was the three books that I borrowed. Really wish that I had time to actually do some of the patterns so that I could show you, but unfortunately, life is life. So thank you for watching my video and have a good day. Bye.